SEO-YEON of Seoul. Blowing one's own trumpet. People so much desired to be like her, and they praised her lifestyle so much. SEO-YEON of Seoul. South Korea couldn't find it difficult to give out her possessions to the needy. She did many good deeds in her life, but despite all her good deeds, the angels would not let her in heaven. When she was alive as a Christian, she always gave up everything that she had, even if it were her last possession. Even if she had to go hungry for 3 days, she would give it and not regret it. Many times she had slept in the cold, trying to help people who do not have a blanket to cover themselves, and this pleased God so much. There was a time she was very hungry and all that was left with her was just W5001 note. As she was going to get herself something to eat, she came across a beggar begging her for money. Not even minding the little the beggar already has, she still gave the W500 note to the beggar and went hungry for that day. All the list of her good deeds showed that she was full of almsgiving, but unfortunately, all her good deeds were crossed out. She herself was surprised to see how much her deeds were and that all were cancelled in the book of records. An angel accused her of not being fruitful and she can't enter the kingdom of God. All her deeds were cancelled because whenever she helped the needy, she would go and tell other people all her good deeds. SEO-YEON wanted people to praise her. Whenever she shared them with others, the Lord too crossed the deed out immediately. Although she knew the Bible said it's wrong, but she always feels sad if people don't praise her. She wanted people to know what she's doing because she believes that is the only way she can get encouraged in giving more. Many times the Lord corrected her through different means, telling her not to do things like that. Make sure your right hand doesn't know what your left hand is doing. SEO-YEON couldn't deny this because she knew she was wrong. Many times she has heard God's voice warning her about it, but she failed to obey. She was pleased when others spoke well of her. All her good deeds were for nothing. She had no other sin, but she appeared before the Lord as unfruitful. It is very important you go work to bear fruit. It's very important, because even if you are a good Christian and you don't do any evil, but you just sit in the background as unfruitful, you need to know that your end is hell. In heaven, there are no unfruitful people. SEO-YEON cried and begged for mercy, because she doesn't want to see those horrible demons watching her, not to talk of going to hell. These demons have been watching her the moment she was approaching the gate of heaven, but unfortunately, as she was still praying and begging for mercy, a force turned her back against the gate of heaven and she faced the demons she didn't want to see. Excerpt from Rapture, Tribulation, Heaven and Hell Testimony FB page.